Hello, guys. Welcome back to Chelsea Godfather channel. It's Chelsea Godfather reporting back to duty. Let's talk about today's story from the Rumorville, talking about Chelsea's interest in Jamal Musiala. That's the young 21-year-old attacking midfielder from Bayern Munich. And if you haven't heard of this kid, then trust me, um, football is just not your sport. You might as well go and start watching another sport because this is one of the most exciting young players in world football. And reports surfaced today, talking about that. Chelsea had some kind of interest in Musiala, that we've had some kind of talks with his representatives and so on and so forth. A little bit of background. I mean, we Chelsea fans, we know Musiala. I mean, it's kind of mystery how he kind of slipped through our grips because here's a kid who came up through Chelsea's academy as early as 8 years old. He was part of the Chelsea academy, set up at age of 8. He was born in Germany. His parents moved him to England when he was 7, and then a year later, he got snapped up by Chelsea's youth team, and he was part of Chelsea's youth team for basically the next 8 years. So he was with Chelsea from when he was 8 years old all the way through to when he turned 16. And I believe what happened was in roughly in I believe in 2020. I believe it's in 2020. Actually, sorry, in 2019. Musiala left Chelsea in 2019 to join Bayern, Bayern Munich. And I don't know if you guys recall what was happening in 2019. What was happening was we had another what felt like was a wonder kid, an 18-year-old in the name of Hudson Odoi, Callum Hudson Odoi. And in fairness to Hudson Odoi, he was an exciting prospect at that time. And Bayern wanted Hudson Odoi so badly that they were willing to cough out like 40 million euros to purchase him. And at the time, Chelsea's fan base, all of us were up in a rave, like, no, you can't sell him. Sarri was a manager. Like, Sarri, give the kid a chance, play the youth, this, that, and the other. And so we fought off and refused to sell Odoi because he was under contract. I mean, he was basically willing to go, but he was under contract at Chelsea. So Chelsea held all of the cards. And so what happened was Sarri actually then started to play Odoi and featuring him in games, and Odoi began to produce, and he was producing goals and assists. And he was actually having a good season. He only broke into Chelsea's team in the second half of the season. I believe that's the 2018-2019 season. Odoi broke into the second half of the season, and he was pretty much in the starting 11 for a nice few run of games until his unfortunate Achilles heel injury that knocked him the heck out for well over a year, like about a year and a half. And Odoi has not been the same player since then, and he's now playing for uh, Nottingham, Forest. He ended up being sold on a permanent to Nottingham. So we missed out on a player, although we missed out on the 40 mil, and to add insult to our wounds, we then missed out because what happened was Bayern turned around, after we kind of muscled them away from Doi, and they went on ahead and went and collected Jamal Musiala. Went ahead and collected Jamal Musiala from our youth team. We weren't really thinking too much of the kid at the time. I mean, you couldn't. We had quite a few players that have been, pushing through, and Musiala wasn't quite. Obviously, he was just 16 years old, so it was like a low hanging fruit. They grabbed him, and voila. Short was it 5 years later, because they grabbed him in July of 2019, and here we are in April of 2024. It's just under 5 years, and this same player is now one of the most valued wingers. It probably is the most definitely in the open market. He's the most valued winger right now in the open market. In the open market, he's probably worth close to 100 mil, right? In today's market, and so I believe the issue is that he has 1 year left on his deal. Bayern doesn't want to sell him, and quite frankly, I don't see Bayern. I mean, my gut feeling tells me that Bayern's going to find a way to hold on to the player. City wants him badly. City wants him. If you guys saw how City came up short against Real Madrid, then you'll realize that they are lacking at least one winger, one more. They need one more winger that has that cutting edge, or one more attacking midfielder. In fairness to uh, Musiala, he's not really a winger. He's more of a central attacking midfielder. So they need that kind of player that can help unlock teams, and they really suffered against Real Madrid, and eventually got bundled out of Champions League, kicking and screaming. So you guys can see that for Chelsea being able to get this player, guys, let's be honest, is a pipe dream. I mean, I'm not even dreaming. I know we're not gonna get our former kid back. He's a Bayern boy right now, and he's done well for Bayern. He's German. He's comfortable. I mean, I know his family. I believe his family probably still lives in England. So he has a lot of. I mean, England is pretty much home. England is his home. But so that's where the whole idea is that, hey, he wants to come home and come and play in England. And even if that would happen, Chelsea will be, yeah, he's, former Chelsea, academy. But right now, Chelsea as a team, we're just so far from where we used to be. And we're just not really a viable option for, Musiala, in terms of where we are right now, and in terms of even his, salary, because we have a salary, ceiling of right around 150,000 pounds per week. I mean, that's not gonna get you many of the top guys at that level. And so, yeah, so it's I just don't see this one happening. But hey, guys, leave your comments below. What's the chance? Is there any pipe dream chance that Chelsea could get Musiala? Personally, I don't see that happening, and also I don't see a dire need for Musiala. He's an attacking midfielder. For us, Cole Palmer is really much better in that role. And we also have other players that can help out from wide areas, in terms of the likes of Nani, Mudrik, and even we still have Raheem, and so yeah, I mean, we could use another like very talented player, but we have enough players in that sort of space. What we really need, honestly, is a center, forward. That's what we need. I mean, one more striker because right now we just have, Jackson as an out striker, and having just one on your books is nowhere near enough. And so we need to get another striker by hook or by crook. All right, that's all I have for you guys. Take care. God bless you all, and good night. Peace out.